Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and this is the official post-fight review for Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz rematch. Shout out to Deontay Wilder with a Fighting Mad hoodie on. Go to Fighting Mad to get this hoodie and that shirt and all the other dope stuff. I'll leave a link for you guys right over here. But listen, Deontay Wilder gets the 7th round stoppage of Luis Ortiz and does it again. He does it again. And, I'm going to say this about Wilder. Wilder, he gets a lot of slack. Or people criticize him a lot because what he does is very unconventional. It's not the norm. He gets away with breaking a lot of rules in boxing, but it works for him. And he fought the fight tonight that worked for him. You had Luis Ortiz come in tonight, motivated, game. He had made changes to his training camp, and he hired a new strength and conditioning coach in Larry Wade. And fair play to him. He was outboxing Wilder. He was moving his head out the line. He was counter punching to the body. He was throwing the left hand to the body. He was throwing the left hand up top. He was slowing the pace down. He was controlling, for the most part, for about 5 of those 7 rounds. He controlled the pace of the fight, and was able to have success with Wilder. And I had him up on my card before, like many Wilder fights. I had him up on my card before he eventually got him out of there. So fair play to Luis Ortiz. He did his damn thing tonight. But ultimately, he's old. He's a very old fighter. Yeah, he went in there. He gave it his best effort. So you can't criticize him. You can't fault him. But like Wilder has said many times, they gotta be perfect for 12 rounds, and he's gotta be perfect for 2 seconds, and that's exactly what he did tonight. So good on Wilder. I'm not gonna go crazy and give him too much credit because really nobody really wanted to see this fight again. Like nobody was clamoring for Ortiz Wilder, but I enjoyed it because anytime Wilder fights, it's always an enjoyable occasion. He always makes things fun. He makes things interesting, and he brings the excitement back to the heavyweight division. So his fights are always fun for that reason and because of the power. But 2020 will be a legacy-defining year for Wilder. You had the Tyson Fury fight on the table. You have the Anthony Joshua Ruiz winner if he wants to fight those guys. So 2020 will be the year that I feel like if Wilder wants to overall change public perception for the positive, because there's people out there that still hate on Wilder, and I've been guilty of that before. But the thing is, I don't hate Wilder for who he is in the ring. I usually, when it comes to Wilder, I usually criticize him for things that are done outside the ring, like with his team and ducking fights and the AJ negotiations. Those are the things I criticize him for. But as far as boxing, that boy brings the pain. He's exciting. I mean, I've been to one of his fights. I saw him fight Severn too in person, and that was one of the best sporting events I ever went to. He'll give you your money's worth if you pay for a ticket to go watch him fight. So that's that. But with that win against Ortiz, that was his 10th defense of the WBC heavyweight title, and he ties Muhammad Ali for title defenses. Now look, in no way, shape, or form am I gonna sit here and imply that Deontay Wilder is as good as Muhammad Ali, but regardless of what you think about him or his career, there is something to be said about defending a heavyweight title 10 times. Because whether you fight bums or not, those bums are going to give you the absolute best effort. And we've seen fighters worse than the fighters Wilder's fought on their resumes pick up titles, like Charles Martin. He won a title. Wilder never fought him, but he won a title, and he's a lot worse. So guys like that and guys who are at his level, they've beaten guys like Wilder before. It's happened in the history of boxing. So to go in your ring and have the focus, to have the consistency, to have the fortitude to defend it 10 times, like, look, I'm not sitting here saying Wilder's the greatest heavyweight of all time or nothing like that, but I'm gonna respect him and I'm gonna give him his props and recognize him as a great fighter because that's longevity. That's doing it over a consistent period of time, and 10 title defenses is nothing to scoff at. I don't care if you fight 10 Dixie. I don't care if he fought 10 bums or not. It is what it is. Now you can make the argument that Tyson Fury, he shouldn't even have the heavyweight title because Tyson Fury beat him, and I would actually agree with you. I think Tyson Fury beat Deontay Wilder. Shout out to Tyson Fury, but the same like Larry Holmes, who has the second longest heavyweight title streak of all time. The third longest heavyweight title defense streak of all time. Larry Holmes was the beneficiary of getting some luck like that, where he got a draw or maybe a get decision win in his favor. When he fought Tim Witherspoon, a lot of people thought the Tim Witherspoon fight with Larry Holmes was a gift, but you don't hear people criticizing Larry Holmes saying, "Oh yeah, well Larry sucks because Larry Larry got a gift decision against Tim Willis, but no, Larry gets his props and is universally recognized as a great heavyweight. And I think, with Wilder right now, people are gonna have their thing to say about him, and opinion will pretty much be split because he's such a polarizing figure. But when it's all said and done, and he hangs with the boxing gloves, and the heavyweight division isn't as good as it is now, you guys are gonna miss these times, and you're gonna miss Wilder. So I enjoyed the fight tonight. Credit to Luis Ortiz. I thought he did a marvelous job to try to give Wilder all he could handle, but ultimately, I just think, style-wise, he didn't have the tools to beat Wilder. And he's the age, of course, him being like 50-plus years old, the age definitely played a factor. And on top of that, I just think he needs to. I think Ortiz, he's had a good boxing career. He's been in a couple of fights. That's another payday in the bank for him. So I just hope for his sake he can get out now and just live a great life with his family and his daughter, and maybe find other avenues to make money. If not, and he wants to continue fighting, then I hope the other PBC heavyweights have the balls to fight him. Like Adam Kownacki, I keep hearing about how good Adam Kownacki is. Put Adam Kownacki in there with Luis Ortiz, and let's see what happens. Put in, these other guys in with Luis Ortiz, and let's see what happens. If Andy Ruiz beats Anthony Joshua, maybe he could take a voluntary defense against Luis Ortiz. That would be a good fight. But either way, I think Ortiz had a good career, and he's given Deontay Wilder 2 pretty tough fights, and he deserves respect. I'm not gonna disrespect him regardless of what I was saying about him in the build-up and whatnot, because he's a heck of a fighter. He's a heck of a fighter. It's just unfortunate that he didn't get the opportunities 4 years earlier. Because had Ortiz gotten these opportunities 4 years earlier, like in 2015, then we might be a different story. We might be talking about him in a whole different light. But, it's boxing, it's life, it's not always fair. But Deontay Wilder, with his 10th defense of the heavyweight title, closes his 2018 out with a bang by stopping Luis Ortiz, setting up what looks to be a legacy-defining year in 2020. So you guys, I want to hear what you guys got to say in the comments down below about this. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. Do all that good stuff, like I say in every single one of these videos. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just Kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.